No, well, so hey, it was good to be back home. Good to get some guys some extended run today, and you're always dealing with adversity, and see our guys, get better and better at responding to that. Whether it's something internal or from an opponent is a lot of positives in that for me.
I guess obvious question is.
Yeah, Kerr's fine. He has been feeling well, a little bit run down. I don't think it's anything significant. He just, we've been riding him pretty hard, and he's got a little bit of a bug, and he just didn't feel it today. And that kid's got tremendous heart and tremendous character. So, I don't question anything. And it actually played out well that some of our other guys got some extended minutes, and it forced me to look down the line a little bit, and that's a good thing for this program because we need those guys to develop.
Part of that is Kylan, who played, I think, 26 minutes.
Yep. I thought Kylan looked really good. I think really good, and I think there's some easy fixables for him. He gets more comfortable, being a point guard in our system. Kylan's going to be a really good player, and just for him to, get comfortable running the office, connect on a few passes, make a few threes. It's a huge boost for his confidence, and it's a huge boost for our team's confidence in him. And we know he's a really good player, but to see him do it is really meaningful.
You talked about this Saturday about your bench when you got together in the meeting. Did you see something, or was it preemptive where you wanted not to see anything? That makes sense.
Whoa, not really, but.
Did you observe them kind of, being whatever, and then you said, let's put this.
Well, I watch them practice every day, and I'm on those guys to get better. And I thought that they were struggling, and I thought they were all struggling individually. And I think they needed to learn how to struggle collectively and lean on each other and support each other and kind of go through a shared experience together. It's way easier to get through it when you have people going through it with you. And so I really challenged them to give to each other. And I tell you, if you give, there's this crazy thing in life sometimes you get. And then I told them, I was hoping they would get to play some meaningful minutes tonight. And I told them, the really cool thing is a month ago you weren't ready. And I knew it. You didn't know it. But you're ready now, and I know you're ready. So, don't come into this game nervous. Come into it, like you belong. And I thought they did that. Mission accomplished.
With Kerr before the game, was that the plan to put him out there, or did he want to try?
No. Listen, we had no plan. He told me yesterday he didn't feel well, and today we just kind of went about business as usual, and, he just got out there and just didn't feel good. And so... he took him back and was maybe a little bit dehydrated and things like that. So, we decided to give it a go without him.
Did he say something to you, or did you just tell?
He told me he couldn't go. He couldn't go, and so I was like, okay. I'm in the heat of the moment. I don't have time for a lengthy discussion or a follow-up question. Let's go to the old next man up deal, and Kerr knows I love him, and I'll roll with him all the time, but. In the heat of the moment, we got to win the game.
Does this affect the status for Saturday?
Not in my opinion. Nope.
The Corpus Christi coach said that they pretty much mortgaged everything on trying to limit the inside touches and were willing to give up the shots from outside. How long do you think it took for your guys to recognize that was what was going to be there?
Well, I think a lot of nights we have open shots, and for us, it's just about finding the discipline to take the right open shots. And, we don't want to let teams off the hook. We want to still make them guard because you could still get the ball inside and get to the paint if they're trying to keep you out. It's not like, there's not a stop sign there. So we just got to, maybe get a little better at our post passing and a little more wherewithal, and then make sure we're taking the right threes. And I thought for the most part, once we settled in that game, we did tonight.
How has Henry responded to your coaching?
I don't know. You tell me. You're watching him. I love the kid. I think he's going to be really good, and I think he's in an early part of his learning curve, and I think he's making progress, and I'm just really encouraging him to tighten up his techniques and kind of master some of his fundamentals and enjoy that process, and acknowledge that you need to work there, and to me, he looks like he's starting to develop better habits. His shooting techniques look like it's getting a little bit better, but. I told him you start playing harder, you start playing a little tougher. It's amazing how you start shooting better, and so that's kind of how the game rewards you.
What was the key to controlling the ball a little better? I've heard that 6 turnovers in the first minutes.
I think just kind of recalibrating yourself and getting comfortable playing against a team like that. We obviously warned the guys, and that doesn't mean that they're always going to do it. But we kind of compared them to, kind of the Nichols State or the Southern teams we played earlier, where they're really handsy and really aggressive, and they're obviously a team that was getting a bunch of steals, and then they kind of hedged on ball screens, and that's something we haven't faced much this year, and it was a calculated risk on their part that paid some dividends early, and then we kind of settled in.
You had 8 guys, I think, hit threes. I think Henry said something about, just the way they were helping, that they had a little more flexibility. So you guys, I don't know. Was that?
I don't even know what you just asked me, Bruce.
Well, just the way they were defending that gave you guys a little more opportunity.
Yeah, I think obviously they're playing off guys, so guys got comfortable, maybe knowing their second or third touch that they're going to be open, and if they're let it rip and shoot it to make it.
What is it Courtney had it Philip on the head to cheer him up after turnover? What would you say about Courtney's leadership?
Well, Courtney's a great guy, and he's growing in this program too. Even though he's been in his 5th year, he has a lot of experience, so he can he's been through a lot of tough times, and so I think he's the guy that we'll try to encourage the younger guys when they are struggling. But I see a lot of growth opportunity for him, inside our program, and just for the way we're playing, and so maybe some decision making and just some recognition of some things that excite me. But we gotta dive into them and try to grow in some of those areas, because I think it'll really help him and it'll really help our team.
Initial thoughts on Tennessee?
Really good. Obviously, we played them last year and they have some familiar faces, but it's going to be a fist fight, and that's the way they play, and there's just no other way to describe it. And and if you think you're going to go in and win this game, by being dainty and cute, you got another thing coming. So we're excited for the challenge. It's a great program coming to McKale, and Coach Barnes is one of the best to ever do it, and so it's an honor for us to compete against them, and we're going to come out and give it a shot.
What's your biggest memory of last year, the first loss of your career?
16-2. 16-2. That's my memory.
Dude said he didn't know what he was doing out there or something. He got some fouls. Listen. Hopefully he knows what he's doing this year. That's all I got to say on that one. What is it how do you feel in general? Is it kind of cool to have that big time home and home series where you did have that really great game out there? Maybe you have one on Saturday as well.
Listen, I want to go win the game. That's all I'm thinking about. I'm not. There's no feelings in that. It's just we got a great opponent coming in here. It's going to be a heck of a challenge, and hopefully we can find a way to come out on top.
Will you go into a game and tell these guys, look, it's going to be ugly, if they're going to try to make it as good as possible?
For sure. We want to be a really physical team, and we're built to be a really physical team, and we got to keep, hammering that home. And I don't know if it's ugly or if it's beautiful, but it's going to be a fight, and we're built to fight.
Was that maybe more so, you think, maybe with this team? There's been a lot of emphasis in the preseason, after the way last season ended.
Last year's team was built to fight too. I don't know. That's for you experts to figure out which is the better team or the tougher team. I just know we got a game Saturday against a really good opponent, and we need to put our hard hats on. All right, guys.